Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. My name's Shane and welcome to Klesh Guitars. Today we're out here at Arapahoe Bar gold panning area in Wheat Ridge, Colorado. And I'm here with patrons Joe and Cheryl. So thanks a lot guys for stopping out here and helping me dig for some gold out here. Every time I come out here I always find some gold. It's nothing big, it's just really tiny flower gold, but it's all about coming out here and having a good time. So we're gonna dig for a couple hours and I'll take you along with us for the ride. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Okay, so just maybe a half hour later, Joe and I set up his sluice box right there. We basically built a wall all the way across the stream to make more water flow for his sluice and for my sluice. So it's really coming through here now. I'm gonna set up the fluid bed right there and we'll be good to go. All right, let's see if we've got enough flow here. Almost there. I gotta bring it down a little bit more.
These gaps here.
Yeah, underneath. What the thing is, you want this thing to be a little more submerged. So underneath, I'm gonna move it. There's some big rocks under there. We're gonna move those out. Take these big rocks, move it out so we can. Things got to be pretty much submerged.
Lock it in then.
Yep, and then we can build up around it and get the flow just how it needs to be. That'll be fine. We just have to build up around it now.
Yeah, they don't make these anymore, right?
They actually don't. We'll just hold this down. I'm gonna find a big rock to set on top of it.
Oh, okay.
And then see if I can find one. I don't know if that flow is actually good enough. I'll mess around with it. I still have to dig out behind it and everything, and then we'll be good. All right, so Joe actually found some gold. It's from the first bucket that Cheryl brought over from where that tree root is. By the way, we're not digging under the tree. We're digging like straight down below the root, not back into the tree.
Up in the top.
Oh yeah, I can see it from here.
There's a couple pieces there.
That's pretty much the size that we can expect to find, although I have heard of people finding nice pickers out here, up to a gram nugget, so.
Well, even those little two pieces, I think they're pretty big for around here.
Those are Colorado nuggets.
Yeah.
All right, I've got the fluid bed sluice pretty well set up. I have to clear it out. I was just throwing some dirt in here, some gravel to test it out, and it is flowing right over. So one of my subscribers here, Tim, he was up the river, he had some questions. He just got a sluice box and everything, and I just showed him how to set it up and just gave him some basic pointers, like try not to run dry stuff through your sluice box, and because your small gold will float away if you do that. But I'm gonna give you a pick and sticker.
That's great. Yeah, I appreciate
Sure. Yeah, and like I said, if you want to come down here and hang out with us,
okay.
Feel free to come down.
Yeah, I'm gonna run a little bit more material and check it out, and appreciate all the help that you've been giving me.
My pleasure, man. Anytime.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, dude. This is actually a really good spot to dig, because this tree root, even though somebody already damaged it and dug under it, we're just digging straight down. Matter of fact, even after we leave, we should probably fill this in.
Yeah.
All we really have to do is just knock this stuff down into it before we leave.
Give it some more stability.
Give it some more stability, keep it alive, because it's obviously alive. It's got a little bit of a life hanging out of it there, so. But yeah, definitely a good spot to dig. All right, so Cheryl's over there using her plastic classifier, and I kind of feel bad for her because I'm over here with my arbor fabricating classifier, which only takes a second. For one, I don't have to add water to that. I just fill it with water and it's good. I don't have to keep dumping water in.
I'm on my 5th trip back to the river for water.
Yeah, I mean, every scoop she does, she has to add water. So it's just a big time saver. Arbor fabricating classifiers, I helped design that. If you guys want one, there's a link in the description with a 10% discount code. Definitely check it out if you want to save yourself some time and trips to the river. All right, so Joe just found a couple nice specks from our spot that we've been digging at. I got my first bucket here, start running it through. Alright guys, well we're here for a little over 3 hours now. Cheryl's been doing 90% of the work, honestly. She's been just digging and digging and digging, bringing us buckets. I already ran like 5 buckets through my fluid bed sluice. He's on bucket number 3 right now, and he's finding tons of gold. We did a few sample pans in other areas, not as much gold. We're probably gonna call it quits in about a half hour or so. We ran out of water, so that's never a good thing. It's super hot. We're all sweating like crazy, but we're having a lot of fun. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do 2 more buckets, and that'll be it for the day out here. All right, so I got about 6 buckets through my fluid bed sluice box. You got about 4? Yeah, about 4. 4 buckets. We know that we're on good gold because he did a few test pans, and in one scoop in this new spot that we're digging, he got like at least 10 colors. I'm also digging out of the same spot. Yeah. So thanks a lot, Joe and Cheryl, for coming out. That was great. Yeah. Especially Cheryl, you did all the work. Like she did all the digging.
Needed to work out.
100% digging.
She loves it.
Digging.
So anyway, thanks a lot guys, I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys back at home. Let's go ahead and weigh this stuff up, see how much we got. It's all dried. Actually dried it in the oven. This might be too much for my scale actually. 4 pounds, 8 ounces. I know you can't read it, but you gotta trust me. 4.8. There we go. And as you can see, this stuff is mostly black sand. There's a lot of heavies in there. That fluid bed sluice, this is 1 cleanup from the fluid bed sluice. So yeah, almost 5 pounds of concentrates from 1 clean out. Now because there's so much heavies and stuff in here, and that we know that the gold is really small, and this is dry, we're gonna go ahead and classify it 3 or 4 times. We're gonna classify it as much as possible, and then we're gonna use a magnet to remove all of the heavies. So let's go ahead and start off by classifying out the big stuff. Everything bigger than kitchen strainer size, there's not going to be any gold in it. We'll still pan it out. So this kitchen strainer size will be our first classification. Alright, here we have our plus and minus kitchen strainer sizes. But like I said, we're going to keep going. This is a 20 mesh. Next we have 40 mesh. And finally, we're going to go all the way down to 50 mesh. Also, I'd like to give a big shout out to brand new Major Credit Patreon supporter, Chance Eden. Thanks so much, man. I really appreciate the support. And thanks to all my patrons, of course, and Joe and Cheryl for joining me out on Arapahoe Bar for some digging. I did an invitation over there on Patreon. You guys showed up. So yeah, that was awesome. We had a lot of fun. And you know what? Also, Joe and Cheryl, please let me know. Just leave a comment and I'll pin your comment to the top so everybody can see how much gold you got. We just need a weight. And also, if you ever have any kind of social media or anything, Facebook, Instagram, or start a YouTube channel, just let me know and I'll update the description to send people over your way. Okay, so have everything classified down. This is our minus 50, minus 40, minus 20. This is our plus 20 and plus kitchen strainer. The next thing we want to do is remove all the magnetic material from all this sand. So in order to remove the magnetic stuff, I invented this little tool. It's basically just a neodymium magnet. This attached to the end of a nut driver. That's all this piece is. And then I have a silver dollar tube. This fits directly in there. There's links in the description for this stuff if you want to make one of your own. If I didn't remove this magnetic stuff, the gold would be very difficult to pan out because all this magnetic stuff is extremely heavy, just like the gold, and when trying to separate the gold, at the very end, this stuff becomes an annoyance, so I try to get rid of it whenever possible. Okay, this one's done. This is mostly black sand. All right, here's the minus 20, I think. Here's the minus kitchen strainer. I'm pretty sure there's no gold in here anyway, because if there was, that would be the biggest piece of gold I'd ever found on Clear Creek. And this size here, I'm not even going to take the magnet to it. I'm just going to pan it out. I'm positive there's no gold in there, unfortunately. All right, now that we have all the magnetic stuff removed from each one of these classifications, we'll go ahead and pan out the magnetic stuff first, see if we missed any gold. All right, so I just did about a spoonful at a time, and there was no gold at all. Okay, let's start the panning process. This is the biggest stuff. I'm 99% sure there's no gold in it, but there might be pieces of lead or mercury or who knows what in here. So let's go ahead and bring over Crusty Rusty. I'll add some water and some jet dry. Jet dry is a surfactant. The surfactant breaks the surface tension of the water. In case there's any really small gold, that real small gold can then no longer float on the surface tension. Do about that much. I can see a few pieces of quartz in there. Nothing in that pan. Why is it recording? I don't know why I'm recording. I'm sure I'm not going to find anything. If I do, I'll let you know. Alright, so absolutely nothing in the biggest size. Alright, next size down. We'll be really lucky to find any gold in here. Wow, we got a lot of garnets. There's a ton of garnets at that classification size. Let's see if there's any gold. Come on, that'd be cool. No, no gold. Man, that would have been that would have been nice. A lot of garnets. Cool. Okay, the next size down. Yep, just as I thought. Millions of garnets and black sand all throughout that. The magnet doesn't remove everything, especially the hematite or the garnets. If there's any gold in this classification, we'll find it. So here we go. Wow! I was not expecting to find gold in this classification. That's really good. And there's more up here. So I see 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces already. Wow, I'm seeing a lot of gold in there. That's actually really, really good. 10 to 15 colors. All gold. I was not expecting that. I wasn't expecting really anything from this classification. This is pretty big gold for Clear Creek. I think we're gonna do better. We might even be able to weigh this stuff up. Usually a day out on Clear Creek, there's not enough gold to even move the scale. But I think today, with 5 buckets, I think we might be able to get maybe 1/10 of a gram if we're super lucky. Maybe 1/20th of a gram, I would say. I'm pretty sure that most of the gold is going to be in the next 2 sizes, which is the last 2 sizes. The 2 smallest sizes, the minus 40, and then we'll do the minus 50. Again, it's all black sand and garnet. I'm going to just spin it back from here and see how we do. No gold yet. Oh yeah, there's some gold coming through. Right, the gold is appearing at the top. Man, we got a nice amount. Not too bad. All right, here's our final size, the -50 powder. I should probably do a little bit at a time. This is gonna be the most difficult one to pan out because the gold is gonna be super fine, the black sands are gonna be super fine, so it's easier to do just like one spoonful at a time. Yeah, it's mostly hematite and garnet. And tons of flour gold all throughout here. And not bad at all. So this is gonna take a little while to separate all the gold from the black sands. So I'll just do that, one spoonful at a time, and then we'll dump everything out. I'll show you all the gold. But from one spoonful, that was really good. All right, big mess here, but I got everything poured out of the snuffer bottle. I actually went live, so if you guys go back in my videos, you can see me panning this out in its entirety. But pretty much, that's the amount of gold that we got. So I would say it's about 1/20 of a gram. That's a pretty safe estimation. Maybe a little more, but not enough to try and weigh up or anything. And I would say that Joe and Cheryl got about the same amount with their trip out to Arapahoe Bar. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that. I put out a new video, at least one new video every week. And that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching my video. It's much appreciated. I did notice that 73% of my viewers aren't even subscribers. So if you would like to make sure you don't miss any of my future videos, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.